most important property of a modern army, along with combat power, is its mobility. And if on a global scale the transfer of troops is provided by a transport aircraft, then directly on the battlefield it is impossible without helicopters. The U.S. Army for the first time formulated its requirements for a transport helicopter in 1956 and the requirements for the SS-471 Leader's weapon system. The two most powerful American helicopter companies immediately joined the struggle for a lucrative contract, which, by the way, had pronounced Slavic roots in their names: Piasecki Helicopter Corporation and Sikorsky Aircraft. Frank Piasecki won with his project of a twin-rotor longitudinal helicopter, the prototype of the Chinook, and the first helicopter that really took off in August 1907. The French designer Chinook had two 6-meter propellers, nose and tail, rotating in opposite directions. However, at the same time it was forgotten for a long time. In the absence of powerful motors and light structural materials, it seemed too wasteful to rotate two propellers. In 1960, Boeing bought Verdal Aircraft Co., a helicopter manufacturer in Philadelphia, PA. The company had 3 tandem rotor helicopters under production: the Chinook for the U.S. Army, the Sea Knight for the U.S. Navy and Marines, and the commercial 107-2 for the airlines. The first in the long line of Chinooks was the YHC-1B tandem rotor transport helicopter that rolled out in 1961. It was designed to serve the U.S. Army and Air Force as a medium-lift helicopter and evolved into several versions. The first fully equipped Army Chinook, designated the CH-47A, entered service in August 1962 with a gross weight of 33,000 pounds. Boeing introduced the CH-47B in 1966 with an improved airframe and power plant provided by the T-55L 7 degrees Celsius engines. The gross weight rose to 40,000 pounds. The CH-47 degrees Celsius was developed in 1967 in response to the Army's request for transporting a 15,000-pound payload a distance of 30 nautical miles on a 95-degree Fahrenheit day at 4 feet. It was powered by T-55L11 engines and had a gross weight capability of 46,000 pounds. Chinooks were first used in combat in 1965 during the Vietnam conflict. During the last days of the war, one Chinook is reported to have carried 147 refugees in a single lift. CH-47A, B and C models served with until the war's end in 1975. After the Vietnam War, Boeing and the Army began a major fleet upgrade that led to development of the CH-47D. Almost 500 early model Chinooks went through an extensive modernization process in Philadelphia that produced an essentially new H-47 fleet. The CH-47D Chinook was a central element in U.S. Army operations in the Persian Gulf War. Versions of the D model were also used for export, including the International Chinook and the SD Super D. In all 20 nations have operated various models of the H-47. The CH-47 Fahrenheit is an advanced multi-mission helicopter with a fully integrated digital cockpit management system, common avionics architecture cockpit, and advanced cargo handling capabilities that complement the aircraft's mission performance and handling characteristics. The Army Special Operations Command MH-47G combines many proven Chinook systems and features. Notable among these are fuel tanks providing twice the capacity of the CH-47 Fahrenheit and an in-flight refueling system. MH-47GS are remanufactured on the common MH-47G divided by CH-47 Fahrenheit production line. Using the Chinook airframe, Boeing helicopters also built the Model 234, the commercial Chinook used for passengers, cargo, oil and gas exploration, and logging. In 2014, Boeing said that ongoing CH-47 Fahrenheit divided by MH-47G modernization programs, which include a mix of remanufactured and new aircraft, would ensure that this tandem rotor helicopter remains in the Army fleet through at least the 2032. Chinooks have served the armed forces of more than 19 international customers and performed in commercial service around the world. Sea of Japan, U.S., 7th Fleet Area of Responsibility, soldiers from B Company, 3-2 General Support Aviation Battalion, 2nd Combat Aviation Brigade conducted deck landings with CH-47 Fahrenheit Chinook helicopters on the U.S. Navy's only forward deployed aircraft carrier, US Ronald Reagan, on September 26, 2022. The cold, cool wind rushed through the fuselage of the helicopter as an air crew member opened the side cabin door to call out landing commands as they quickly landed on the US Ronald Reagan. This was our company's and many crew members' initial deck landing qualifications in their flying career, said Captain Elias Shehaber, commander of B Company, 3-2 General Support Aviation Battalion. We had tremendous support from our higher command to coordinate and provide subject matter expert trainers from B Company 3rd Battalion, 25th Aviation Regiment stationed in Hawaii to assist in re-establishing the Innkeeper's deck landing currency. Deck landing qualifications are conducted to certify air crew members and pilots on landing on a ship. This training was conducted in part with the Maritime Counter Special Operations exercise to strengthen interoperability with our joint partners. When landing on a ship, visual illusions play a big role in the approach to final landing and are most pronounced when departing the ship, said Shehaber. The ship moves forward at about 5 to 25 knots. While on approach, the pilot must maintain a progressive deceleration to match the speed of the ship. The pilot cannot rely on their airspeed indications. They must rely on visual cues and the ship's landing signalman standing on the ship's landing pad to direct the aircraft in. Landing on a moving target is not the only part of the operation that is different. The planning and coordination required is as well. The aircrew must conduct a pre-sail checklist with the ship. Key points of discussion include identifying crew's communications, confirming landing areas, and the location of the ship, said Shehaber.